This trip is gonna be really refreshing. No, I did not just make a cheesy pun. Let's do it. I just love the country. Look at this. Oh, what's this? Cows. That over there, that's a house. They don't have them in the city. But that right there, the animal, is a cow. So this place is called Bucky's. It's Texan. I don't really know why I'm filming this, but who knows? Maybe it'll be like a time capsule thing for the future, so people can see how weird American gas stations were back in 2021. Alright guys, so we just traveled here. I'm about to be going to bed, but yeah. I feel like I'm trying to do this serious, but I'm dressed in this beaver costume. Oh well, good night. Alright, what's up guys? So if you haven't figured it out already, I'm kind of on a road trip right now. This is day 2, and this is really cool because if you've ever taken a road trip, at least for me personally, this road trip, it kind of shows me how much God there really is. And I say that in kind of a sense that it shows how much of his glory there is and how much of a sense that he exists and that he's there for us, that he is in control. If you go on the road trip, you can see everything from cities to farmland to random gas stations that are centered around beaver merch. I don't know. But I also wanted to share a real fast poem with you about creation and why it is so prominent, and something that our schools are leaving out today for our youth, and something that we need to once again focus on. If you really want to see whether or not there's a creator, I want to encourage you. Take a road trip. Go throughout the country or your state or just your town, if it's, I guess, kind of big, and see how much of a God there really is. So this poem is called, Who Can Tell Me? Who can tell me where I came from? The little boy would ask. His question was a good one, yet he faced a trying task. Each man had different answers, as he soon was to learn. This brought him great confusion, and it caused a great concern. He first went to his schoolmates, and they spoke with one another. I know, said the brightest one, you came from your mother. Now, this had satisfied him, yet only for a time, for year by year as he grew, his thoughts began to climb. He then looked all around him, at all that he could see, and all his mind began to wonder how it had all come to be. He thought about the universe, the span of outer space, and every star and planet that exists in every place. He thought about the rounded earth, its tilt and its rotation, all the seasons that occur in a yearly circulation. It kind of sounds like Dr. Seuss, I'm not even gonna lie. He thought about the darkness, he thought about the light, he thought about the sun and the moon. He thought about the sun and the moon that rule the day and the night. He thought of all the creatures, all of the land and the sea and the skies, all of different species and their variance and size. He thought of all the plants and the trees and all that provides, each growing from a tiny seed, which the root the soil hides. He then looked at humanity and then looked at a sea of different faces, varied tongues and characters from many distant places. He thought of mortal bodies with features so profound, with the sense of taste and of touch, and of smell, sight, and sound. He thought of reproduction and the miracle of birth. He thought of human life itself and all that it was worth. He considered human will, both the weak and the strong, thought about the conscience that discerns right from wrong. He thought about emotions and feelings that arise. He thought about love and hate and tears that flow from eyes. He thought about the anger and the joy that's all around. He thought about the happiness and the sadness that is found. And filled with curiosity, this boy would daily strive and hopeful expectation that his answer would soon arrive. He spoke with scientific men who claimed his question was solved. They told him of a great Big Bang, that all things had evolved. He then spoke with philosophers, heard some of them insist that there's no true reality and that we do not exist. He spoke with many people from different groups and sections. He heard the vast opinions of various intellects. Now baffled by confusion, a very troubled youth, unable to discern what is error and what is truth, he almost gave up looking, but he took a second look, and very unexpectedly, he found a special book. As he gazed upon the first page, he knew his search was done. His questions all were answered in Genesis chapter 1. With a nod of understanding, he smiled, so elated, for now he surely knew. In the beginning, God created. We were created to know God, and the only way we can do that is through Jesus. And we can do that through Jesus because of Jesus' sacrifice for you and for me, and because Jesus overcame the grave, so that way we could know God. And how in the world do we know God exists? Well, how do we know right and wrong? How could there be everything so complex just like this that just happens to fall into order? Like this one leaf, I can pick it off, I can throw it away, gravity falls, there's water, sand, all of this just happens to fall into place? Or was it made by a creator who in the beginning spoke this world into existence because he wanted a relationship with you and with me? See, this is what evolution is censoring out. It is not censoring out, here no, it's not that it's not censoring out. Evolution is not helping the intellect to grow more smarter. Rather, it's straying them away from wisdom and from a relationship with God, who brings true wisdom and true smartness. The Bible is based in science. Science is not a reason to argue against it. Rather, it's just another reason that proves the existence of the Bible. If you go to places like, I believe it's Isaiah 40:22, God writes to Isaiah that the earth is a globe. Many years before man ever figured it out, God told Isaiah. That's just one of many examples. Evolution is the myth, not Christianity. How do we know this? Well, look around. Take a road trip. And how can you believe that all of this, so profound, just fell into place? So I've got something very cool coming up, I think, in a little bit. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be sharing it, but I hope you guys get to see it soon. See, just me. Hope you guys get to see it soon. Take care. Hope you guys have a good night. Adios.